Psalm 144, verse 12, that our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones, polished after the similitude of your palace, that our garners, verse 13, that our garners may be full, affording all manner of store, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and ten thousands in our streets. Verse 14, that our oxen may be strong to labor, that there may be no breaking in nor going out, that there may be no complaining in your streets. This is a passage of blessing, a passage of promises. Verse 12 speaks about two different kind of goodness of sons and daughters. Sons may be as plants grown up. So one is growth. Growth is addition. Growth is multiplying. So we know a lot of things about growth. Same time that our daughters may be as cornerstones, polished after the similitude of your palace. So getting polished like stones. Not only growing, children are blessed by not only growing like a plant, but also like being polished, a stone being polished. In a amplified classic edition, it is like this: our daughters as sculptures, corner pillars. Sculpture means beating with hammer and shaping into a statue, not idol, but a statue or a design. To make a design or a statue in a stone, they hit with a hammer and with some other instruments. Then they polish it. Polishing also, they're rubbing it. All our growing is simply addition and multiplication. But getting polished, getting sculpture is not growing. It's not addition or multiplication. It is reducing the unwanted part. One stone is there. To make that stone into a design or a statue, you have to reduce the unwanted part. You have to remove the unwanted part. Then only it will become a statue or it will become a design. That is removing, that is subtracting. So this is something which is quite opposite to growing. Growing is, getting larger, getting taller, getting broader. The two-sided growth or goodness. One side getting larger, taller and broader. One side, losing the unwanted part. That is also a blessing. That is also a unwanted things need to be removed, need to be, reduced from your life, from your thoughts, from your speech, from your habits, from your daily routine, from your lifestyle, from your profession, from your ministry, from your spiritual life, from your family, unwanted expenses, unwanted activities. And verse 13, that our sheep may bring, second sentence, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and ten thousands in our streets. So we are going to have thousands of sheep in the streets. A few decades back, servants of God and some believers, they used to go for street preaching. They used to go for dawn preaching. They used to go for distribution of tracts, gospel literature. In the early morning, they will get up, they will take a megaphone, and they will narrate Bible verses, or they will preach a short message over the megaphone in the streets. Street preaching, they will go as a team, they will sing there, they will stand at the corner or at the junction of the street, and they will sing. They will, then people, they will listen, and they will preach a small brief message. After that, they will distribute gospel tracts or gospel literature. But nowadays it is very difficult or impossible to go for street preaching, because it creates a unrest in the law and order situation. Religious fanatics, they will come and object our street ministry. They will, make agitations, or they will shout, or they will go to police station, and they will create problem. They will make it an issue. So nowadays, even though it is legal, it is, if you want to use a megaphone in the street, you need to get a police permission in India. But if you don't use megaphone, only you are distributing gospel literature, then also they will create problem. They will make it an issue. Some outfits, anti-Christian outfits. So nowadays, going for street ministry in India is more or less impossible or very, very difficult. But here God is promising you will get thousands of sheep in the streets, but one-to-one sharing of gospel. Nobody can make it an issue. No, nobody can create it a problem, legal problem or political problem or social problem. Out of that, you can stand at the street, go in the street, you can share a brief gospel, whomever you come across. So street ministry, you have to take the gospel to the streets, not pulpit. Preaching from pulpit is good. Preaching from church is good. But the gospel need to be taken to streets. God will do that. Then what will happen? 14 verse 14, last sentence, that there be no complaining in our streets. Some translation, they say no crime in the streets. No complaining in the streets. People will not complain against the administration, against the government. Such a peace, law and order, such a blessing will be there. So let us claim these promises even in this COVID-19 era situation, even in the economy affected situation. We can claim these promises and we can follow these principles by faith and inherit them. Amen.